Europe's most active volcano is spewing lava and ash after a new crack opened in Mount Etna. The fracture formed during an unusually high level of seismic activity, with more than 130 tremors recorded today alone. No injuries reported, but the ash prompted Sicily's Catania airport to shut down operations overnight. Mount Etna has been particularly active since July. Tensions between Ottawa and Beijing are bubbling over tonight as other countries get dragged into the diplomatic fight. China is now going after Canada's allies, accusing the UK and European Union of a double standard. They voiced concerns about detained Canadians spending Christmas in custody, but stayed silent on the arrest of a Chinese exec in Vancouver. CTV's Kevin Gallagher reports.
China's foreign ministry blasted Canada and its allies today, calling them hypocrites. When Canada illegally arrested a Chinese executive at the behest of the U.S., this spokeswoman asked, where were they? In a scathing editorial, pro-Beijing tabloid Global Times says Canada will pay for its bad behavior, and roping in its allies will never work. This former CSIS director rejects that.
I don't think the West is going to stop pushing back, because I think it's also in the interests of the West, of other countries, not to have their citizens picked up whenever there's a disagreement with China.
Canadian officials arrested Huawei executive Meng Wanzhou earlier this month at the request of the Americans. Days later, the Chinese detained former Canadian diplomat Michael Kovrig and entrepreneur Michael Spavor. Beijing says both men pose a risk to state security. A third Canadian, Sarah McIver, was detained last week for work visa violations.
They continue to maintain there's no connection. I think that's a bit disingenuous.
This dispute comes amid trade tensions between the U.S. and China, and as Ottawa is conducting a national security review of telecom giant Huawei.
This is probably the beginning of a long-drawn conflict between the East versus West that we are going to see. It is, I think, very unfortunate that Canada is being caught in the middle.
And the tensions could intensify, as Meng's extradition process could drag on for years. She's currently free on strict bail conditions in Vancouver, Omar. Her next court date is scheduled for early February.
All right, Kevin, thank you.